February, late February 2026. Of course, it's been a wet couple of months. Bit of respite today. No rain and sunshine. This is Tippett's Brook, and that leads down, headed down to Luntley. Luntley in North Herefordshire. They're very close to home actually. You can see all the water on the roads everywhere, it's all running everywhere. I'm getting over a cold and cough. The daffodils are out. There's last remains of the snowdrops. The brook's full, obviously. Oh, it's nice to get out and have a walk, bit of fresh air. Yeah, look at it winding its way through there. Difficult through the trees, bushes. When we have gone out for a walk, it's always been in wellies, because there's just so much water around. But I've got my boots on today, so I'm hoping it's not going to be too flooded down here, because this little road goes down to Luntley. It's not very well used, this road at all. Mind you, if you see the state of it down here, you can understand why. It's just so narrow. Yeah, Luntley Court. There's the dovecot, I'll show you that. I think I've done a little video on that before, but yeah, so this is nice and quiet down here by the sound of the crows. It's nice to hear the birds. Yeah, the brook's full. Good habitat for wildlife here. You know, not many people to disturb it. Seen a heron here not that long ago. This is going to be the tester. The water's out here. I'm hoping it's not too bad. I should ride through here. But this is terrible down here. It drains all the time. It's not the brook. It's not the brook overflowing. It's the drains. This one here usually gets full. Nice little spot here. So there you got Luntley Court, and that's the dovecot. There's some holiday cottages here on the left, which seems quite popular in the summer. I think you can still rent that out. Luntley Court, mind. Yeah, Luntley Court Farm cottages. More in over there. Yeah, this is the pond to the court. A bit green. Little wren, I don't think I got him. Yeah, this is the dovecot. I'm trying to see what date it is. I know it was renovated at one stage. Yeah, Luntley Court dovecot, 1673. It was restored in 929, and also then in 72 and 88. Caps and Caps Builders. I don't think they're still around. I'm not going to show you, but there's a lot of dead squash frogs on the road. But of course they've all come out, and they now we've got them in the pond at home and frog spawn. And they're getting run over, which is a shame. And the little wren's up there. I don't know if you can see him. He's swinging his head off then. It's a bit windy here. We've walked up that road, we've walked up past Luntley Coal, which is down there. If you can see, might see a bit black and white. Looking across now. And I don't think the camera's going to pick it up. You might see the golf ball on top, right there in the far distance. It's Clee Hill. I've got it zoomed in as much as I can, but yeah, if you can spot that little white dot, that's clear. It's far away. It's a nice view from here. Yes, another road that you don't see much traffic on. I can hear a vehicle coming down there, I think I see him, but you don't see much traffic around here. This road does take you to Dilwyn, which is all part of the black and white Herefordshire black and white trail. Again, that's looking back down towards Luntley. Shobden Hill. It's a nice spot up here. You've got more little brooks and gullies. Yeah. Again, don't think the camera will pick it up, but there's Clee Hill, which is sort of just past Ludlow. I see the golf ball on the top, which are on about taking down because it's not used anymore, which is a shame. Yeah, again, so you've got the Shobden Hills there. And like I said, you can probably see just on the horizon the shape of Clee, the unusual, like stepped. And then obviously, yeah, to the left of that you've got part of the Shropshire Hills. Nice vantage point up here. We got a lot of orchards around here, a lot of apple orchards. God, it's really windy. Yeah, we've got a lot of apple orchards around here. Probably a lot of them go to Bulmers of Hereford. But, yeah, that's a nice view, isn't it, behind me? Yeah, you've got to do a lot of road pounding in this type of weather, because some of the paths we've gone on, they've just been so muddy. You can barely walk them. And then it's been rain, that's why I haven't filmed anything if I've been anywhere. The weather's just been awful. Just trying to pick a day that you get a chance to get out. Again, like I said, a lot of orchards. Another sight, lovely to see. Oh, there's even a bee. Look at him, that. Oh, signs of spring, eh? pheasant just flew out of here, frightened the bloody life out of me. He was only just sat on the grass, you know, you don't see him. I was going to say that you see a lot of deer in these orchards, and here's actually there's a run here. You can see, I don't know if you can see it, but you can see the hoof prints. You can see where they crash their way through. That house up there has got terrific views across the valley, as the saying goes. Like I said, you can't see it from here, but through there, lovely views. Oh, I was going to say as well, we haven't seen a car at all, but we've just seen the postman. But yeah, I mean, we've probably walked 2 miles or more. We haven't seen a car yet, which is nice. Because this day and age, even on these back roads. But like I said, these are very quiet roads, these. I never use them, I just go the main road. It's just too narrow. These gateways make good viewpoints. What's in there? Beet or something, probably animal food. Another gate, another viewpoint. The farm down there's got old hop drying sheds. Hops was another big thing in Herefordshire at one time. You see a lot of the hop vines around, but don't tend to see them anymore. Again, where the White House, just to the right of that's Clee. Quite a good panoramic view here. Again, I don't know if you can see, but where the evergreen trees are, I don't know if you can see it. To the right of that taller one, there's a stony coloured building. We're pretty sure that's Burton Court, just outside Lempster. But again, the views up here are great. Surprised how high up we are. And actually behind Burton Court is Clee. And I can just see you won't see it, but I can see a plane coming to land over there, which is actually Shobden Airfield. You got the main road down there. And then we're sort of looking down towards Dilwyn. There's an old oak tree. He stood there for a couple 100 years or so, I suppose, at least. Crikey, that is a wide old tree. This is part of one of these Erdster memorial walks for the lost soldiers of the war. P.T. John Herbert Davis died 1916. Yeah, I think they was all World War I casualties, I think. Yeah, we need down to the main road. Dilwyn. We're at the main road. There is a underpass here, which is intrigued if it's still usable. Or is it flooded? Crikey, I'd never put something like this in now. It would cost too much money. Oh, it's not, it's dry. CCTV in operation? Oh, I don't think so. Where's the cameras? There's no cameras here. Yeah. I was expecting this to be flooded. It was built in 1974. And the mural was painted in 1979 by local children. I was refurbished in 2008 and again in 2025. I thought it looked quite fresh there. That's still very usable, I'm surprised. I can't imagine many people use it. So we just walked down from under the underpass and we're walking down into the village of Dilwyn. Church there. It's part of the graveyard. Obviously, church over there. The sun's a bit bright there. So it's St Mary's Church, Dilwyn. Ah, the village hall. Got a bit of a connection to Dilwyn, as in we had our wedding reception at the village hall down there, which is nearly 40 years ago. And also, me and Annie used to work in Dilwyn, and again this is 30 odd years ago, probably getting on for nearly 40. I'll show you the old baker who used to work in a bakery. We got into the church, only a little church. This is unusual. Steps down into the church. That seems to be unusual to me. Ah, look, the old hops. Never been in here before. Some lovely stained glass. Very silent in here. There was a drama series filmed in Dilwyn, Webley, Hereford Cathedral, going back a few years ago. It had Anna Maxwell in it. It was called Spirit of the Midwinter, I think. A bit of a sort of thriller thing. It was alright, yeah, it was interesting to watch. I'm not too sure, they might have used the front of this church. You got church there. Perry Mead there, I'm pretty sure that was used as a house. She was a vicar and I think she lived there. That's what they showed. Blossom. That sounds as the Baskervilles, isn't it? Centre of the village. Transit going past. That's the, as it says, the old stores. That used to be a shop, and the bakery used to work at used to be at the back, up there. I'm talking of nearly 40 years ago, probably. Yeah, that used to be a shop. Crown Inn, the pub, and it's open. There's a missed opportunity there. Didn't bring no money with me. Could have gone in for a pint. War Memorial Tribute. Yeah, the main road goes, bypasses the village. That's for many years. I think, well, 74 was it. But, so you don't tend to come through here if you're passing by. It's a pretty little village. And you've got Webley, which is probably more well known, which was just a A bit further on down the road. Ah, the old cider house. Mill outside. That's a big old place. I have done work in there years ago. Ah, so yeah, it must have been some of a castle here at one stage, but it's probably a bit like Erdston. There's just like a mound on Pembridge. There's hardly any, just earthworks now, if you're lucky. Walking a slightly different way back, loop back round past the haven. Interesting property up there. Again, it's got the hop drying sheds. Old oak. Yeah, so we're just coming up. We've come under the bypass and just come up this road here. Yeah, the snowdrops are starting to falter. Some kind of shrub there, like roses, really nice, in full bloom. Yeah, another gateway, bit of a scenery. Not so scenic this way, higher hedges and stuff, but well, that's heading over towards Wales really now. Yeah, we're heading down towards what's called the Haven. There's a big farm there that breed Hereford cattle. I think they have done for hundreds of years probably. And we probably won't see any out because I think it's too wet, still being at the moment. The cattle don't tend to come out. It won't be long, but they don't like it too muddy. Yeah, same view but from a different road. We'd have been over there somewhere. We sort of come down and looped up back. This house here, you can see from quite a few places around us. Quite prominent up on the hill here, above Luntley. Again, I think it's going to be too far, but if you can see a little titty on the top of that hill, that is the monkey puzzle trees at Hargis Ridge. Buzzard calling. No, not buzzard, I think it's a red kite. Yeah, so we've basically done the loop, walked down to Dilwyn and back, two different ways. We must have done, it's got to be 6 miles, it's probably more like 8 miles I suppose, a loop, 4 there, 4 back probably, yeah. But yeah, it's nice to get out locally. And like I said, it's a bit of road bashing, but you can't do a lot about that with the muddy at the moment. There's a car coming now.